How are you guys doing? Happy Thursday to all of you guys. You know what that smell is? You smell it? You smell that? No, it's not my underwear drawer. That's Friday. Friday is coming up. Friday, and that's it. You know what? Friday, and you got the weekend. You got the weekend off. We got some newcomers in the channel today. Gun Lover is here. Gun Lover just popped up. Hey, this is my first beer stream. Well, hey, yo, welcome to the show. Okay, welcome. You know what this is? This is where I get to hang out with you guys and just play around and be a complete fucko. Oh, sorry for my language. I'm sorry. I meant to be a complete motherfucker. So, yeah, this is what I do here. And, oh, by the way, I got to pin some wings on a couple of dudes here because last night, I was sitting around and I was like, and this was like last night, like stupid o'clock in the morning. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, okay, well, what can I do? It's 2 a.m. and I want to do something. I want to work on something. So worked a little bit on something. And then I thought, okay, well, why don't I just set up the YouTube channel for the Beercast for tomorrow? So I set it all up and the timing and everything. And then I went boom and punched it. And it's like, there it is, 15-hour countdown until the show. So I'm like, well, I got plenty of time. I can do a lot of stuff. And before I could even really comprehend it, Legion Bunny and Jonathan jumped in the chat. And they've been there ever since. They've been in the chat for 15 hours since it was up waiting for the show. So I'm pinning some Gryphon wings on you. You get Gryphon wings for waiting that long in the chat. I hope you've been doing some other things other than just waiting for me, because I'm not worth that much. But either way, so yeah, I have some news. It's very important news that affects all of us in the country, and I want you guys to know about this because it's really important. And this news is that the McRibs are back! Yeah! McBabies. We can has McBabies now. We can has them again. It is November. It is close to the end of the year. This is when the McBabies come and they march to our houses and they say, please eat us, for we are McBabies. And you get to pick them up and put them in your mouth and go, hum, num, 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 because they are good. So, if you've never had a McRib, other than a couple of fish sandwiches a year, that's really all I actually ever get from McDonald's is the McRibs. And I eat the hell out of them. I love the McRibs. I don't know why. I just love them. They're really good. So, yeah, they're back. They're floating around. Grab yourself 2 or 3 or 12 of them because they are awesome. Also, yes, it's true because a lot of people were asking me. I was sick. I invited a friend of mine over to the house. I don't think it was his fault, but he did have a sniffle or two, so I don't know. But I woke up one morning, and you know that feeling when it's not your throat, but it's like the back. It's like the passages of your nostrils that are like, and they're sore and they're swollen. And I woke up like that, and I'm like, oh damn. I got some viri in there doing some raven shit in my body, and oh damn, and that was probably the last thing I remember because I did some work that day, and then the next morning I woke up and I was destroyed. It was for about almost a week. It was really bad. I think it was a flu. I'm not sure, but it was bad. It was a fever. And I would get up in the morning and I would crawl into the bathroom and I would go, and that was my routine. I would go back to bed and then I would wake up and then I would go, and so that was my routine for a while. And a lot of you guys wish me like, get well soon and thank you so much for that. Because I actually did see that. I was on my phone and I could get up every now and then to check my computer and you guys were like, hey, you're sick, get better. And I'm like, oh, But I want to, one of the weird things is that I'm always, and you can ask people who know me well, I'm always trying to look on the bright side of everything. And I think it's something that everybody should do. I mean, there is a bright side. There's a positive side to every single thing that happens. Well, most every single thing that happens. And if you focus on that, then life just tends to become better. And one of the things, there's a couple of things that I like about being sick. And one of them is I hate taking time off. I don't like to stop working. I always work on something. I'm always working on something. And I wind up wearing myself out sometimes and getting really tired. And when I'm sick, I always like to bundle myself up. I like to, make the room, really dark and have a nice pile of stuff to sleep on, and it's warm. And I actually feel like I have a good reason to simply relax and chill out. And I can watch, Star Trek for days, and it's okay because I'm sick, and I probably would, just ruin myself if I tried to work. So there's at least that. There's something. There's always something that's good. And I don't know if anybody else kind of feels that sort of comforting feeling when they're sick that, you know what? My responsibilities are kind of over at this point. I can do what I want to do. I can relax. I can chill out. And it's cool. I have a good reason for it. But either way, thank you guys for sending me the well wishing. And Tony Ringtail says, I'm severely allergic to bullshit. I am too. I don't want to be around it at all. Bullshit is not a thing. Bullshit is a thing that happens and is happening a lot more in our society. If you guys didn't see that teal deer link that I posted on Twitter, you should go look at it. It's happening a lot more in society. However, don't let the media or the internet or anybody make you think that some of these people, these crazy people that are running around out there and seemingly always getting their way with this crazy safe space stuff and the social justice warrior crap. Don't ever let them make you think that they're in the majority, because they're not. They're still highly in the minority, and they're only in this country, by the way. Well, maybe England too. There's some British, but other than that, the rest of the world is like, what? Huh? And so they're a very small group, very in a certain age group, and it's not a very large number of people. So don't worry about those things. Oh, yay, Jonathan likes teal deer. Cool. You've heard of him. Awesome. So that's why there was really no show last week, because I felt kind of a week behind in production of stuff, but I'm catching up and I am producing things, and you're going to get to see it soon. And it's not going to be like this. Like I keep saying, that the Beercast, it's for positive vibes. This is for, being positive and for talking with you guys. This is my chance to hang out with you guys that I never get to hang out with, because I wind up on stage and my show is over, and now there's like 100 dudes down there, and they're all wanting to hang out with me, and I can't hang out with all of them, and that really makes me sad that I can't do that, because I want to. And so this show really was kind of a combination of Radio Free Potato and my just desire to be able to hang out with you guys and talk with you guys, because there you go. Oh, what are my thoughts on Paris? Paris is gonna happen. We're gonna do Paris. And one of the reasons that I like this, because I'm actually cutting down on the amount of stuff that I'm writing down that I want to talk about, because I want you guys to talk back to me and tell me what you guys would like to talk about as well. So I'm kind of depending on you. If you guys don't talk about stuff or bring up subjects that I can't, then I'm going to be sitting here. I'm going to be showing you things in my room. I'm going to be like, I ought to do a whole show that way. One, just how to do a whole show just sitting here, just. No, I won't. Yeah, yes, this is the corkscrew from the troublesome cork. I I have this here permanently now, just in case. So anyway, but yeah, so France is a thing, and the reason I want to bring up France is it's not a very positive subject, but it really needs to be talked about. I've already heard of one furry who actually died in the attacks. Apparently, he was in the theater. There was it was a death metal band from America. There are plenty of furries in France. There are lots of them there, and he was killed in the theater. I've heard of, at this point, 2 others who were injured, and these are coming from people that I know that had personal friends who are furries in France. 2 others were injured. So we're not beyond this. As much as we like to think we're kind of on the outskirts of society, which we are really, as far as furries go. But no, when it comes to life, we are people, and we are susceptible to the same amount of stuff, the same amount of hardship and tragedy sometimes that everybody else is. So that's a thing to remember there. And it's interesting, the way people perceive tragedy. Not to take any, I don't want to say credit, but not to take any of the impact away from the France attacks, because that's terrible. But if you think about it, just yesterday, more people died from gunfire all over the planet than died in Paris during the attacks. Yet we don't feel anything for that, do we? Because they happened in random places all over the globe. And I guarantee you, thousands and thousands of people died just yesterday. Isn't it interesting how proximity really creates a closeness when we think of tragedy? It's like, if it's something that happens in Somalia and we don't know those people and we don't have any relation to those people, well, that's way over there, and we go about our daily business. If it happens somewhere in America, that's a little bit different now. Now we're concerned. If it happens somewhere in our neighborhood, then holy crap, this is a big deal. And especially if it happens to some of the people we care about. But I just want to bring that up because it's really interesting, the human psychology of this whole thing. Because, when you think about it, it almost seems like we're hypocrites because we don't care about this guy dying over here, but we care about that guy dying over there. And I just want to remind everybody that it's not humanly possible to actually be concerned or worried over every single tragedy. It can't happen. If you worried yourself over every single tragedy that happened every day, you wouldn't be able to function. You'd be under your desk, huddling and going, oh my God, it's such a tragic place. And you wouldn't be able to even go on every day. So there's a human kind of thing that blocks out tragedies that aren't close to us and actually absorbs ones that are close to us. So never forget that you can't be concerned with every cause and every tragedy. And if for some reason that you feel bad for not feeling something for a certain tragedy, don't. Because it's simply in your own makeup that you just can't care about every tragedy. France, I'm not saying we shouldn't care about that. We should. And in fact, I just, kind of linked it to us by saying that, furries were killed in there. But, if you do find yourself not concerned over every single, cause that happens, don't let anybody make you feel guilty for that, because it's just not possible to care about everything. And to be very honest, if we did, then we wouldn't be able to sit back and chill out and have a good time now and then. like hopefully we're having now, right? So that's my spiel. I've got a few more minutes, and I'm leaving the topic up to you guys. And I know you're not going to get this. Well, there's about a 30-second delay, and that's a little bit difficult. But Exothermia says, I think Paris was such a big thing because the security there is similar a lot to the Western world. We're so worried about this because it happened somewhere like here, or that's how I see it. And that's a good point. They are actually considering blocking off all of the Syrian refugees from coming to America because that's how these guys got in, was by pretending to be Syrian refugees. So yeah, and Isaac says, well, if everyone sat under the desk freaking out, then people would be too busy to commit such tragedies. Well, there is that, but they'd also be too busy sitting under their desk to actually live life and go about their own existence and do things that actually, contribute to the planet. Like, solving, world problems or coming up with cures for diseases or sending, probes to other planets. We'd be too busy to do that as well. So I don't know. I think there's a lot more good that goes on in this world than bad. And I don't think we should all hide from it, because that's the point of terrorism, is that they try to terrify you. And if they terrify you and you're scared of them, then they've won. So don't be terrified of them. Let's see. NASA testing the new microwave drive. Yeah, I've heard about that. Brooklark says that. Let's see. Any other... Hey, X30 say, Hey, two, pronounce my name right. I can read. I know the letters. I think I know the letters. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes you guys have names that just aren't pronounceable. Like XOPNLM59X broccoli 2N. And it's like, it's pronounced Bob. Like, I don't know. I can't. Oh, hey, looks like Uncle Kage joined. Cool. Well, Uncle Kage is just in time. Hello, Bug. He's just in time for the first break, which you guys send in photos. Again, thank you very much, you guys. Some of you guys send in a lot of photos, and some of you guys send in not so many photos, and you know what? Both is fine. Both is fine with me. But we got a buttload of photos from one particular person this last week, and some from the rest of you guys, and that's great. We're going to show them. Actually, I think I managed to fit them all in the breaks this time. So we're going to get to see what you guys have photographed. Sometimes they have a fall kind of appearance, and sometimes they don't. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Just whatever is, looks creative to you and matters to you. That's what we want to see. It's a real Beercast now. Hello, Uncle Kage. Everybody loves Uncle Kage. You know why? Because he's awesome. Uncle Kage is an awesome dude. I know him pretty well. He's awesome. I like him. I don't like him enough to, trade any fluids with him. But oh my God, I didn't mean to say that. So pardon me. What was that? Something got caught in my throat there. So oh, hey, Tony Patrick says, hey, I made it. Nice to see you. It's good to see you too. It's good to see all you guys here. I'm going to take a bit of a break coming up here in just a little bit. And once we come back from that break, then we're going to have some updates. I'm going to show you the weekly beer, which I'm sure everybody's going to laugh at me about. You're going to laugh. And then after that, we're going to go on to talk about more things, about things that matter to me and matter to you guys and matter to everyone. Everyone. So, take care, and I will see you in a little more than 5 minutes. Block! I have returned to your face. And next thing we got to do, this is the Beercast, so we have to introduce the beer. We have a weekly beer. And some of you guys out there, you got beer. Some of you didn't. If you didn't, that's fine. You don't have to drink on the show if you don't want to. But if you do, then cheers to you. Now, an interesting thing happened this time. I was a little bit late in doing some things, and I was preparing, and I was doing things for the show. And so I didn't have time to go out, and I don't know where this accent come from. I didn't have time to go out to get a beer. So I told my fiance, who is a furry, and he is a bunny, to go out and get the beer. He says, what kind of beer do you want? I say, I don't know, surprise me. Don't ever send your bunny boyfriend out to get the beer, because then you will wind up with this. Look at this. This is 24 Carat Golden Ale. This is a carrot ale. It says inspired Belgian style ale, brewed with carrots, cinnamon, raisins, and vanilla beans. This is what you get. You send a rabbit out to get the beer. They're going to bring back carrot beer. And I'm going to dump this into my mug now. And we're going to see what we got here. It's kind of light. Carrot beer. Carrot beer. All right. It's nice and fizzy. There we go. Let's see what we got. Hang on here. Here we go. To those of you who got beer, cheers. Oh, what the... What the fuck?
What's it taste
What
like?
are you... What the fuck? Fuck off.
Come on, it's got to be good.
This is Toast the Rabbit. He is the person responsible for this abortion of alcohol.
It's not that bad.
It's not good, dude.
I was told by the person at the liquor store that it would be surprising.
It's surprising, all right.
Are you surprised?
I'm surprised. Here, you want to taste it?
Let's try it.
Yeah, give that a try and tell me what you think.
Oh God, dude! What dragon ass came to that?
I don't know. Oh my God, this is your fault. This is all your fault.
I'm just
You
a
did
bunny.
this.
I'm a bunny.
You did this on purpose.
We go for carrots. We figure we'll teach you to be a vegetarian.
You did this to me on purpose. I can't believe. Oh well, it's beer. It's a very full flavored beer. I will say that. Wouldn't you agree? It's
Yeah.
extremely full flavored.
I think I can
Wow.
taste it.
I can. Yeah. So anyway, that Toast the Rabbit, folks.
Hello, all. I can see you right there. Well, you're over here, and I'm over there, and so
All kinds of things.
it's all kinds of fucked up.
So
Anyway, I'm gonna take off. You enjoy your beer cast.
yeah,
Enjoy
thank you.
your
I'm
beer.
gonna enjoy the beer. Thank you very much. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh God. Okay. Don't recommend this one. I don't. There is a slight flavor of raisins and carrot in it, but it's simply overpowered by the flavor of ass. So, no, I don't recommend that. In any case, some updates for you. You guys have been bugging me, and I didn't want to do it at first. And I still kind of don't want to do it because I'm afraid to be embarrassed. But you guys were poking me to start a Patreon. Well, here's the thing. I went and did it. It's not launched. It's sitting there waiting for basically a video. I need to make an intro video for it, which sorry about that. It's a real shit beer now. been making an intro for it, and that's kind of what delayed the last Beercast last week, was because I wanted to catch up with that work. Once that video's made, then I will actually launch a Patreon, and I'm going to be real thankful for the $6 a month I get. I'm sure it's not going to be much, but I will do it, and I hope you guys will support me, because honestly, the more time that I can not have to go out and do work so that I can, pay bills, is more time that I can work here in the studio for you guys and make videos for you and new rants and I've got a lot of goals set up. Some of you guys have suggested some rewards, like personal Skype calls and things like that, which I've set up, and it's good. I've got a particular goal set that if I reach it, then I will do whatever it takes to start the 2 Cent Show again on a weekly basis. And so I've got that all set up. Like I said, not launched yet, but and Frederick says $10 million a month. I don't want $10 million a month. I don't. My dream goal is just to have enough money every month just to pay for rent and bills and food. That's all I want. I don't want Markiplier money. I don't want Jacksepticeye, $6 million a year. I don't want that. I would feel terrible if that happened. I would feel horrible. So I just want enough to survive on. If I can do that, then I will spend my entire existence in here hauling ass and making videos for you guys, and that's the whole point of it. I've got the first things you should never say ever. It's a new show I'm doing, and I just finished it yesterday. The first one. It turned out pretty good. I'm liking it. It's, again, nothing for this show, because like I said, this show is positive. This show is kind of character free, whereas my other, the To the Ranting Gryphon, that's a character. And so this is me being that character, and it's not necessarily, good material for this show, because I want this show to be a little bit more open to everyone instead of being all To the Ranting Gryphon-y. Just in case you don't happen to like To the Ranting Gryphon, because some people don't. One time I thought I should sell t-shirts, that say To the Ranting Gryphon rocks and then To the Ranting Gryphon sucks. And then I'd get all the money in the world, because everybody thinks he either rocks or he sucks. So, but no, I haven't done that. But Tristram says, seeing how many fans you have here that would happily give you $5 or $10 a month, you could probably land a few thousand a month range. I don't, the way Patreon works is really simple and it's really easy. You don't, like, $5, $10 a month, that's going on the expensive end, honestly. I don't want people to pay that much for my stuff. I mean, if collectively everybody gives it $1, $3 a month, it's like you can basically throw pocket change at me every month, and then that will keep me going, and that would do it. So I don't want anybody out there putting themselves out over the stuff that I do. I want them to pay a small, tiny little change, and then you get stuff that you enjoy from me and from To the Ranting Gryphon, the character, and on the gaming channel, and whatever else I can come up with. So all that stuff it's in the works. It's going right now. I'm gonna take another drink of beer. Oh. It's good. God damn it, him. This is all his fault. Gives me this crap. Next time, I'm picking the beer next time. Oh man. So yeah, somebody earlier was saying, I want to do a gaming channel, but I don't want to. Yeah, it's just so many gaming channels out there, and it's just saturated with gaming channels. And I told him, yeah, but it's not saturated with gaming channels that you're doing. I mean, people ask me, well, does the world really need another gaming channel? And to me, that's like asking, does the world need another painting? Does the world need another recipe for a cake? Of course it does. It needs all of the input that it can get. And I know that there's a billion, gaming channels out there right now, but there's not a billion of them that I'm doing. And I want to add my personal, flavor to it. I'm honestly, I don't know. Personally, I think it's kind of interesting. I want to see if the gaming community can handle an older guy. Because they're all kids. Well, to me, they're all very, very young. These people are like, yeah, I started playing video games 5 years ago. I started playing video games 35 years ago. I mean, I've been playing video games all my life, and I don't plan to stop until I die. And I've been a fan of them avidly for decades. And I wonder if that is a kind of thing that would be valuable, that kind of perspective to the gaming community. And that's what I want to put into my gaming channel. I want to put in, hey, this isn't just a guy playing games. This is an old guy playing games who's played games all his life. And maybe he's got something unique to contribute. That's what I want to do with my gaming channel. So anybody out there who actually feels creative towards this, it's like, don't say, well, everybody's done a gaming channel, so I don't want to do it. No, nobody is doing your gaming channel. Nobody is. Nobody can except you. So absolutely, go do it. Go do a gaming channel. Go do a like a Kage's wine stream. Do a Beercast. Sure, there are plenty of them out there, but nobody's doing yours. Nobody's doing the one that you're going to do. Nobody has your mind and your creativity and your ideas, and that's what makes it special. It's not in what you're doing, it's in how you're doing it. Because I guarantee you, everything I say and everything I've ever done has already been done before. It's already been done. I'm not the first person to rant online. I'm not the first person to make a comedy show, but I'm doing it the way that I do it, and nobody else does it the way that I do. And each one of you have that in you. You have something unique in you that yeah, somebody's done it before, but they haven't done it the way that you will do it. And so absolutely you should put that out there. You should absolutely put that out there and do whatever you can to contribute to the world. And that's my little speech. We're coming up on a break. Oh. Oh, so good. We're going to come up on a much shorter break. And then, first, we have conventions coming up. Fox ProwlCon is in Batavia, New York on November 20th through 22nd. Quantum Con, Sacramento, California, November 20th through the 22nd. GameCon in Atlanta. Atlantic City, New Jersey, November 20th to 22nd. Atlanta Anime Day. Starbase Indie and ChessyCon, one or the other. But either way, we're going to go for a break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and we will talk more about things. What is up? We're back. I got to the end of my beer, and I thought, awesome, I'm done with that beer. But this is a big bottle, and now I have another full beer. I'm realizing something, and I just looked at this. This is like 8.5% beer, which is pretty potent beer. So by the end of the show, I may be kind of boned. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I wanted to talk to you guys about winter. What do you think? What do you think about winter? Because I hate it. I hate winter, and I have a lot of discussions with people. It's like, well, I love winter. I love the cold, and I say, no, you don't love the cold. Yes, I do. And my response is always, well, then why in the winter are you bundled up by a fire instead of taking your clothes off and rolling around in ice water outside? Well, because that's terrible. That's cold. It's like, well, what do you love about the cold? Well, I like being able to bundle up by a fire or my sweetheart and be warm. It's like, well, then you don't like warm. You don't like cold. You like warmth. Because warm-blooded beings instinctually do not like cold. Nobody likes cold. Nobody. So the only reason that they like cold is because then they can bundle up and be warm. That's why they like the cold, is so they can be warm. And no, nobody loves cold. And I don't like it either. But I also get seasonal depression. And this is the thing. I don't know why, but when winter comes, I get seasonal depression. I want to just hide under my bed for months until it's over. I want to hibernate and just sleep through it. And I know there are some people out there also who have seasonal depression. And if you do, then, I've got a couple of ideas. I mean, if you fill your room with plants, one thing that I've noticed is that I cover up my windows in here because this is my studio and I need to control the lighting. I don't need, light coming in from outside and screwing up so I had the windows covered up, and it's a fairly warm room. And one day I walked outside and there was snow everywhere, and I had no idea because I was down here in a fairly warm room and the windows were blocked out. So I didn't know. I had no idea. And it actually is helping me. So if anybody out there actually does have seasonal depression, maybe that's a tip or something. I don't know yet. It just to kind of block it out and make it to where you can pretend like winter isn't happening. Either way, if you like winter, then don't do that. Then open your windows and run outside in the snow and play and do, because that's awesome. And you know what else you should do? You should take pictures of winter and you should send them to me at the Beercast, because it's starting to get winter. We've had a couple of snows now, and the last one was kind of moderate. And, Colorado Springs, I open my door and Pikes Peak is right outside my house. Every time I open my front door, there's a 14,500 foot mountain going, "What's up, bitch?" It's right there. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful, but it's also rather snowy and cold here, being that, well, in the winter, because it's Colorado. But so take pictures and send them in since it's been snowing. Have you had snow? If you've had snow, take pictures. Send me the pictures of the snow. Send me pictures of what means winter to you. Or Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is coming up as well. And send them in, and we will put them on the show and during the breaks, and you guys can see pictures from other viewers, right? And that's pretty cool. I got a site I want to talk to you guys about. Do we send pictures to him on Twitter? No. Send them to 2Beercast. Is it 2Beercast or Beercast 2? It's 2Beercast, I think. 2beercast@gmail.com. That's the official email address for this particular show. So send them in there. Emergency corkscrew, says Legion Bunny. Yes. Right here. Emergency corkscrew. Just in case some other beer company decides to put a cork under a bottle cap. The beer was worth it, though. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I'm... Oh. Okay. Moving on then. I was going to talk about pictures. I want to show you a thing because, okay, old man moment. Sorry, but back in my day, when we took pictures, you took pictures on rolls of film, and once the rolls of film were done, you had to, you advance the film, take another picture, and then you would take it to a film processing place. You had to, drop it off because not a lot of people had, film developing tools in their house. So you drop it off at a place, and they would send it away to a processing company, and it would take days, 3-4 days, to develop your pictures. It wasn't like a kind of thing where you clicked it and you saw it right then and there. It took 3 or 4 days before you could even see what the pictures you took. And that was a pain in the ass. Eventually they developed 1 hour photo where you could just bring it in and they'd have it developed in an hour. But before that, it took days. You had to come back later, and they were usually little drive-through booths where you go through and say, yeah, here's my name, here's my little receipt. And wow. And you'd pick up a package, and they would have all your pictures in them. And it was you on, or whatever you took pictures of on little pieces of paper, which was kind of magical back then because you didn't often get to see, things that you imaged. Now it's easy. All you have to do is pick up your phone and you can look back at it. But back then there was something about taking a picture of yourself and actually seeing that come back. And the anticipation was actually kind of cool because you'd sit there and you'd wait. I mean, it was 4 days until you were going to get these things back. And you'd sit there and you'd be like, ooh, can't wait to get my pictures back. Gonna get them back. They're going to be good. I hope I did them right. And you get them back, and some of them would be underexposed and be like, fuck! And some of them be perfect, and you'd be like, yeah! And then you put them in your little album or whatever you do. And obviously you don't have to do that you don't have to do that anymore because, just go chink, and there's the picture. It's on file. Not that I'm saying that's a bad technology. Yeah, I like it, even though it has put a lot of people out of business in the photo finishing business. But either way, there is this site that I want to tell you guys about. And you guys may like this. I'm going to switch over really quick to this and show you some pictures. This site is called dearphotograph.com. And I'm going to put a link to it down in the comments. And what it is basically is people holding up old photographs, on paper photographs, in front of the actual scene that it was taken, and then taking a picture of that scene and the photograph. So you see the scene from the photograph that was then, and you see it now. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Look at that. See that? It's like 9/11. There's a photograph, and it's like that. This is kind of cool because they have all sorts of really cool pictures that you can see where they hold them up and they match it up to the actual frame that it was taken in, and you can see a bit of the past there. And there's a whole site with this stuff, an entire site with just nothing. There's somebody proposing to someone. That's really cool. That one's really cool. I like that one. The one of the old church there, because that church has probably been there for 1,000,000 years. You know, there's somebody scoring a goal. There's a kid with a dog in the same house. And, you know, it's just, there's a lot of really cool sites up on, or pictures up on there. It's really, really neat. And if you guys like that kind of thing, it's called deerphotograph.com. I just found it the other day, and it's really awesome. So you could, Legion Buddy says, hey, 2, Coke or Pepsi? My immediate answer to that is Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is my drink of choice. Dr. Pepper or Sprite. Those are my favorite. My third favorite in line is root beer. I love Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and root beer. I don't know. I've found that most mythical creatures love root beer, whereas most creatures that actually can exist don't. I don't know why that is, but either way, no. Driss says Scottish or Irish whiskey. Scottish, definitely. Irish is okay. Canadian whiskey is I love Canada. I love you guys up there, but you can't make whiskey worth shit. I'm sorry. I hate Canadian whiskey. American bourbon is decent. And Clip Point says, thank you, Dr. Pepper, for the win. Love Dr. Pepper. Love it. Dr. Pepper is the shit. Mountain Dew. Somebody says Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew tastes like crap to me. Can't, no. It tastes like nasty. I got 4 minutes and you know what I ought to say? I ought to say Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, because I don't know if I'm going to make another Beercast before Thanksgiving. I hope that you guys are going to have some good food. I'm not terribly fond of the lore of Thanksgiving, mainly because it's sort of a fabricated kind of thing where, the Pilgrims came over and then there was this big thing where the Native Americans and the Pilgrims got together in peace and they taught each other. No, it wasn't like that. That's not the reality of it. The reality of it was they didn't like each other and we killed them and we gave them blankets with smallpox. But, like I said, looking on the bright side of everything, I do like the food. As I get older, I find that I like food more, and I'm going to be an old and fat man. I'm going to be a fat old man. That's what I'm, with a cane that I showed you guys last week on a porch. Fat old man. Get off my lawn, you fucking kids. That's going to be me, because I love food too much. And in my relationship, I'm the cook, so I'm the one who gets to cook Thanksgiving dinner every year, and it is a pain in the ass, but you know what? I love doing it. I usually cook ham. This year, we apparently are going to have a turkey. If anybody out there has ever made a turkey before for Thanksgiving, you know the headache. It takes like 2-3 days of preparation for that. It's going to be a pain in my ass, but you know what? It's going to be so good. I'm going to nom the hell out of it. And I'm going to make my own cranberry sauce. What are you guys going to do? What are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving? What are you going to make? Are you going to make something, or are you going to go out and have it? I suggest you make something. I suggest that you at least try to cook, because cooking, it's kind of it's a mixture of a lot of arts plus some science. It's really challenging. Cooking it's an awesome thing. And it also requires timing. There's a lot of artistic arts that it actually, artistic arts? Did I just say artistic arts? Artistic elements that it requires to make a whole Thanksgiving meal by yourself. It's not easy. And once you have that meal done and it's there in front of you and you're like, nom, 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 you feel even better, because You made this thing. You created it. And now there's going to be people that are going to go, num, 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 da, and they're going to like it. So John Adams says we're doing pizza. I hope it's turkey pizza at least. I at least hope you're having turkey pizza or ham pizza. One or the other. Hey, do you cook 3 cheese baby for Thanksgiving? No. I usually cook a Riesling. I usually cook a Riesling maple and Riesling wine glazed ham. It sits in the oven for about 4 hours. It cooks slowly, and once it comes out, it is really juicy and good. Yeah. That, amongst other things. Does whiskey count? Diego says, does whiskey count? It always counts. 3 cheese baby sounds like the best Thanksgiving. Maybe I ought to do that. Maybe I ought to just make 3 cheese baby for the next Thanksgiving. It would be cheaper. All I have to do is just go up and, take a baby. No, I'm not going to do that here. I'm not going to get all to the Ranting Gryphon on. I'm going to eat a baby. I'm going to eat all the babies. No, I'm not going to. Not here. That's saved for the To the Ranting Gryphon channel, which, by the way, you can find on YouTube by searching for To the Ranting Gryphon. Oh, God, this again. Jonathan says he doesn't celebrate anything really. It's just a waste of time. Oh, hang on. We got a break coming up, and we're going to come back and get to your emails. I wasn't paying attention to the counter. Oh, well, there we go. Let me actually unmute the mic there. People are talking about Undertale. Yeah, I've seen Undertale. And I had a new young furry come to me and it's like, why is all the furries so obsessed with Undertale? And I was like, really? The name of the game is Undertale? And you don't know why furries are obsessed with Undertale? And he went, oh. Yeah. So, there you go. Either way, and no, I apologize. Rainhopper Roo says no, 2 will not be. Is it sad that my fiance is watching the show from the other room on his laptop and commenting, no, I won't be at MFF this year, which is a sad thing to me, but I just can't afford it this year. So, not going to make it. Either way, we're back. We have your emails. We have your pictures. We have things. We're going to start doing, and then I'm going to talk with just you guys because you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. This is the time I get to hang out with you amazing guys, and I really, really, really enjoy this. And Kenchi says, good night, furballs. Good night. Good night. Sleep well, and have good dreams. Have dreams of pie. Dreams of pie. So anyway, the first email we have here is from an unsigned email. It says, I was watching one of your Beercasts and you mentioned hang gliders. Do you fly hang gliders? Just wondering, as I am a hang glider pilot myself, the youngest in New Zealand actually. I do fly hang gliders. Well, I did fly hang gliders. I know how to fly hang gliders. I haven't had one in a while now, and I love to fly. I love to fly the hang gliders. I love to go in the fly-ins. I absolutely adore flying hang gliders. I haven't had the opportunity to do it in quite a while though. Hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to do it again. But yes, it answers your question. Yes, I do fly hang gliders, and it's the only way to fly. People are like, oh, that's, flying, you get in a plane. It's like, no, the plane, that's an engine dragging you through the air. That's like getting in your car and saying, I'm going to go for a walk. Flying is when you actually take off and all you have is the air currents and the wind and your wits to actually fly. That's flying. My friends, airplanes, that's not flying. That's like driving through the air. Anyway. VII says, I'm going to make that pie for Thanksgiving this year. Make it a blueberry pie. Blueberry's the best pie ever. Blueberry pie. Blueberry. Anybody blueberry? Ugh. I forgot I had to die at least sometime. I have to sometimes die during the show. Even though I love blueberry pie, it's just, that's what it was. I love blueberry pie so much that I died. There you go. So, next letter is from Belarus. It says, I hear you're not feeling well, so I figured I'd let you know that I took your advice and shaved my head bald, and people really seem to like it. Me and the great giraffe, Bree, hope that you get better soon. And I told you before that I'm not going to start writing the great Breeble until I'm done reading the King James Bible, which I'm more than halfway done with. So I should be finished with it soon. I do hope that you consult with me a bit on the great Breeble, since I did invent Great Giraffe. So, well, no, I'm sorry. What am I saying? I did not invent God. God invented me. That's the way it works. The great giraffe invented my face. This face. He invented it. But, dude, talk with me about that, because I may have some ideas, Anyway. The Dragon's Nest. Bree! I'm seeing all the breeze on the channel now. Brr, brr, brr. Brie, 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 brie. We will get a brie out of Uncle Kage. Actually, we already did get a brie out of Uncle Kage, but we'll get more. We will get more out of him. The Dragon's Nest writes, Dear 2, if given the chance to be changed genetically into your actual persona, with no loss of memory or attachments the human you has made so far, would you change? And would you be anthro or feral? I wouldn't. But I wouldn't change. I mean, think about it. I probably would pick anthro if I was an anthro Gryphon. What am I going to do? I mean, what am I going to... I can't go outside the house. People would see me and instantly freaking shoot me. I can't go to the grocery store. What am I going to sit down at my favorite restaurant and just casually order my favorite meal anymore? I wouldn't be able to do anything. There was nothing. Now, if I was given the option to be able to change back at will, that kind of thing, yeah, I'd take that. That I'd take. But permanent? No, because I'd be a lone Gryphon wandering the world that would completely want to kill me always, all the time. I wouldn't last a week. I'd be in some government laboratory somewhere, and that would not be a pleasant life at all. So, no, wouldn't take that. Draco says, telephone is so damn cute, she will give me diabetes, and she will. She will do it on purpose. Telephone is that cute, and she knows it. Oh, she knows. Next letter is from Faye Cat Kira. I've been a fan of your show since Shataria Wolfbat Nasha, my adopted brother, introduced me to your material 8 years ago. Tonight is my first night watching your Beercast, and I can't help but smile. You probably hear this a lot, but you have really helped me through some tough times. Having someone scream, rant, and bitch about things I couldn't, and now do in great excess, has really helped me. Thanks for everything, and I love your work. And if I am not mistaken, Faye Cat here actually told me a bit about her story, and which is a bit too long to include. But when you send in letters, make sure they're succinct. Make sure they're pretty quick, because don't have time to like read a whole lot of story. But if I'm not mistaken, she has cerebral palsy, and she told me how she was born in a movie theater during Point Break in 1991, which was interesting to me because I was in a movie theater watching Point Break in 1991, and I'm like, well, and I guarantee you, as I was sitting in there watching the movie, somewhere in the middle of it, I thought, I wonder who's being born in the bathroom of this movie right now. And it happened to be her. There you go. So, but had a tough life, and she's a tough person, and I've noticed very often that a lot of these people who are whining over little things that really don't matter have never actually had much of a problem in their life. They whine on behalf of other people, and they whine on behalf of people like her, which I'm sure if she was there, she would slap the shit out of them and say, stop whining on behalf of me, because I'm not whining, and I'm living my life, and I'm doing the best I can, and I'm succeeding. And so, kudos to you. I've got to give it to you. You've had a hard life, and I'm sorry for that, but you know what? You're surviving, you're making it through, and I'm glad to hear from you. I'm glad to hear you writing in. Love to hang out with you sometime and drink a beer. Down the hatch, here it goes. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. Oh. Ugh. Another unsigned email says, I'm a furry since early 2015. Welcome to it. I haven't been on a furry convention yet, but I hope to go to a furry convention soon as possible and see you and say hi. You are awesome. You make my days bad to nice. So gracias. Well, de nada. Gracias por el carrara. I honestly like emails from, yeah, this is the point of the furry fandom is we're supposed to be inclusive. Lately, it's kind of been a system of where it seems like people are trying to bully other people out of the furry fandom by trying to censor them or saying that their opinions are wrong, and at the same time saying that all opinions should be expressed. It's a little weird. You know what? I think everybody should be welcome into it. And that includes you and everybody else and everybody on the channel, and let's not be bullied. Bullied is bad. And in my day, back in the 70s, what you did to a bully is you took a sock and you put a couple of rolls of quarters in there and you beat the fuck out of him. And that's still my mentality to this day. So that's what I'm going to wind up doing on my, To the Ranting Gryphon channel. That's one of the reasons I have that channel, is so I can play that character. It's because there's a part of me that really has a lot of things that I want to say about that kind of thing. So, watching to drink that stuff should be the top Patreon reward, says Exothermia. No. Please, God, no. Don't make me. Don't make me do that anymore. No. Absolutely no. Another unsigned email. I'm not going to drink that anymore. God. Another unsigned email says, hey, loving the stream, keep up the good work and comedy. You make people's lives better and make people laugh. I like to hear that. That's what I like to hear. That's what I want to hear, is that I've made people laugh and I've made people think. That's all in the world that I want to hear. Because, and especially right now, when there are so many people who are going to wind up being, 24-year-old infants going out into the world because they just got out of college with all their safe spaces and they don't know how to handle the planet. It's not the way life works. It's not that easy. And if they come out of it with that mentality, they're just going to get crushed that much faster. I don't want to see that. Also says, also, what's the best game you've played? That's a tough one because I played a lot of good games. Oh, man. I would have to, and this is just, I would have to go back to one of the classics because I was around when Half-Life 1 came out. And it was the first time that a first-person shooter actually had narrative and a story and things that, people were talking around you that you could either listen to or not. And if you didn't listen to them, you'd miss it. And if you heard it, then you didn't. And it was the very first game that did that. And I have to think that really started a big revolution in video gaming. And so I would have to say that may very well be the favorite game that I've ever played, simply because of the historical value and because of what it did for gaming. in general. Dick of 1,000 Lincolns. Yes. I will beat people with the Dick of 1,000. Undertale, definitely best game. I don't know why. I'm actually curious why. See, for me, it's like I had to live through these 8-bit games when I was gaming growing up. And now that we have technology where we can make really, really good-looking games and really immersive shit, people are going back on purpose to making 8-bit looking games again. I was like, why are you doing that? Why? We have the technology to do so much better than this. I already lived through the 8-bit gaming age, the 16-bit gaming age, when we didn't have a choice. And now people are choosing to make crappy looking games on purpose because it's cool. I don't get that. That's the thing I don't understand. But I'm an old guy. I don't know. I like the better. I like the more produced stuff. So, and by the way, Soma. Oh God, I would love to play Soma, but I can't afford it. Best game for me, says Volcamar says best game for me. I don't think a game has sapped more of my time from my life than Red Alert 2. So I'll go with that. Red Alert 2. I actually don't know that game. Fallout 3 is the best game I played, and Borderlands. Oh, that's from Rain Hopper. Shut up! Shut up! Stop it! He's gonna come in here and get me. Bert, part of the reason why Undertale is 18-16-bit is because the game was created almost exclusively by a single person. Great. A single person can create a game that is 128 bits. It doesn't matter. It's just you have the gaming engines out there right now that are capable of producing this. It's not really a big mystery. They just choose to make it look crappy because retro games are considered cool now, and it's like, but damn it, they look like shit. Why are you not making a better game? So I don't know. Kazo says so many games I love, but the BioShock games are really high on my list. BioShock games. I played BioShock 1. I loved the hell out of it. I got BioShock 2, and though I think I've tried to go through it 3 times now, either something interrupts me, and I don't finish it, and I start over, or something else happens, and I've never gotten to Infinite. I've never gotten to BioShock Infinite, which I've heard is the best one ever. And I don't... I can see you in the monitor, asshole. I see you back there, asshole.
What do you expect me to do? I'm not going to hang out in here and try to type to them. By the way, I am the Rain Hopperoo in the chat.
Yes.
It's
yes,
an old name. I've had that account for years.
So this is it. This is the thing that I see this ring. This is the thing. This is the object that this ring is.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's owned by a rabbit. How did you like the beer, dear?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I hate you too.
Oh my God! No, the beer. Don't ever buy that again. I threw the bottle across the room a minute ago. I don't even know where it is.
No, that I imagine is what it's like to slurp a sheep's ass.
Oh, it's not. No, it's not good. Not good. No. Nothing that carrots in is good.
You cook
ever.
with carrots.
I don't.
You just did.
I don't.
You made a Polish soup with carrots. Yesterday. It's still in the fridge.
Lies. I did make. Don't. I did actually make a Polish. For those of you guys who know Electra Fencer, she sent me a bunch of stuff. We send each other care packages now and then. She went to Poland and she sent me this wonderful assortment of Polish foods, and I still have some of them left. This is like a beet soup that they make in Poland. And this is something based on potatoes. And the other night, we made a soup that, you're supposed to put carrots and potatoes and sausage in. And we did. And it's really good. We had to put a little salt and a little bit of spice in it. Because at this point, one thing he and I agree on is that we have to have a certain level of spice. If it's not a little bit spicy, it's hard to eat for us, because once you get addicted to spice, it's hard to not do spice. But it turned out really good, and so yeah, it's real Polish stuff. In fact, if you look at it, the actual the name and the instructions are like. Actually all in Polish. I can't even read it. I had to send it to a friend of mine to interpret the directions for this thing so I could cook it. So, yeah, it's actually Polish stuff. Oh, my gosh. T-Mags says, have you gotten to see Christmas Field yet? No, I haven't. I want to. That's one of the places that I really, 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 really want to go in my life. That's on my bucket list. I want to see Christmas Field. I just want to sit there, and I'll probably just sit there and have a beer and look at it and just contemplate in silent, contemplation. I really want to. Also, sriracha is the god of condiments, says Volkamar. You know what?
Hell yeah.
We dig. Well, spice, we love sriracha. Sriracha, have you tried it on the frozen burritos? Cook up frozen burritos, put sriracha on the frozen burritos. Oh my God. Hey.
Monterey burritos, like the spicy ones.
It's good.
Throw a little, like, American cheese on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sriracha is excellent. I love Cholula. We just got through with a bottle of ghost pepper sauce.
Oh, that was so good. And
also a bottle of Carolina Reaper, which Carolina Reaper is now the actual hottest pepper in the world. It was a combination, I don't want to say a geneticist, but a person who likes to splice. It was genetically engineered.
Just blister your ass hot.
And it is. It's amazing. But it has this particular flavor. If you can get a Carolina Reaper sauce, I mean, dip a toothpick in it and put it on your tongue and taste it, because it's got this kind of peppery burn in the back of your throat, but it's really potent. However, I do think that my favorite pepper sauce, and write this down because you will love this, you have to order this stuff, daddle peppers. He showed me daddle peppers. They're not as hot as other pepper sauce, but they're amazingly flavorful, and they're sweet, and they're good. And daddle pepper, look up daddle pepper sauce. In fact, I think the sauce we had was called Daddle Do It.
Yep, my nephew sent it to us.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh God,
amazing stuff.
Florida-based pepper. If you're in Florida, try to find the Bull's Hit Ranch over in Hastings. And get their daddle pepper chips.
We have.
Thank me later.
Fuck the chips. Just get the sauce. We have 2 pieces of art. 2 pieces of art that were sent in, and I'm going to show them to you now. One of them, the first one. Let me look, because the first one was from Canton the Skunk Wolf. He noticed that we were getting political posters. So he made that one for me. And that is my face with a brie. I thought I got both of them because there's another one with a bach, but I didn't get that one. And the next one is from Whitefire Nomura, who answered the question, what makes you think of fall or autumn? And she said, this makes her think of autumn. And that's so cute.
That is adorable.
That is adorbs.
I'm going to make that my wallpaper.
You do that. You make that your wallpaper. But for right now, we are going to have to take off, actually, for this particular cast. And send more pictures. We want pictures of winter. And we want pictures of what you think is winter. And we want more emails to beercast@gmail.com. For now, we got to go. And we will see you guys again in the near future. Maybe he'll even be back. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't even know.